Hello, everyone. My name is Retro, and welcome to the Cormgang podcast, where magic and fun happens all the time. I'm here with John Lemon. I'm here with
Hey,
Elias, and I'm here with two new people, Confuzzled Fruit and Colby. And so, something I forgot to mention last time in this podcast was that each week we have a different set of people talking about a different set of things. So, ultimately, I wanted to make it just more variety, and I didn't want to have everyone all in at once. So we have everybody here. We don't have everybody here, but we have people here today that are different from last week. So just don't get caught off guard. So, all right. So today we're going to be talking about video games that violate the Geneva Convention. So recently, they've been talking about how people should suffer the consequences of the crimes they committed in games. So why don't we just go all the way and talk about the Geneva Convention and how we violated it in all of our favorite games. So
remember, no
can I
rushing.
start?
Sure, go ahead. All right.
Alright, so I want to start off, with with something that, I'm not sure would have been expected from you guys, but you guys know the game Katamari Damacy, right?
No.
Yes, I love Katamari
No.
Damacy.
Okay, so Katamari Damacy is a game where you play as a ball and you have to, like, roll over a bunch of, like, cities and stuff like that. And, in that game, it actually violates Article 52 of Additional Protocols Number 1, which is the protection of civilian objects. So,
You're the
yeah,
only
I
one who
just
actually
thought-
did your research, because all of us here are like, yeah, I don't know what the Geneva Convention is, but we're talking about it, so gang.
I generally know
But
it.
Dylan's out
man,
here
the
like,
Geneva
according to my
Convention-
calculations, Article
Listen,
7
man.
of the Geneva Convention states that.
You approved this idea for this episode.
I did,
so
I did.
I wanted to make sure I was prepared for it.
Fair enough.
What's
Okay,
this-
all right,
And
all right, fine.
obviously I was the only one.
Yes.
Hey, I'm
Dylan,
doing some research
what's-
right now.
What's the 69th rule of the Geneva Convention? Did we go with that?
Funny number.
First, second, third, or fourth.
Oh,
This is amazing.
There are 4 Geneva Conventions. Which one do you want?
whichever one goes up to 69th. All of them, then all of the rules at once.
Well, the third Geneva Convention goes up to Article 69. Let's see what that one is. Let's see.
$5. $5
Notification
is...
of measures taken.
Oh my
Let's
gosh,
see.
they should have
We
stopped
got-
at 3
we got
Geneva Conventions.
scroll
Like, they don't
back.
need 4. Like,
Measure 69,
If,
soldiers not allowed
if the
to 69
Geneva
when it's
Convention was so good, why isn't there a Geneva Convention 2? Oh wait, there is!
There's 4! Like, bruh. What makes 4 so much better? Is there, like, better graphics? Maybe a cup holder? I don't know.
Maybe the 2 one didn't read.
Bro, the Geneva Convention 4 is just a remaster of the first one on the PS4.
Ah, yes. With updated physics.
Exactly.
Dude, yeah.
Maybe they're just DLCs. Maybe the first one's the good one, and then they're all DLCs.
It's like The Sims. It's like The Sims. It's like you pay for the first one, and then all the other ones are full price, but they just add on to it. Like,
You can now
Speaking
build
of The
5 more
Sims,
You can now buy
speaking of
prisoner
The
war
Sims,
camps.
you can violate Article 56 of the 4th Geneva Convention in The Sims 4 by removing the toilet.
I mean, technically you're not, because they still have access to the sink, and you can still poop in the sink. In fact, if you,
You can
don't
poop
in the,
anywhere.
yeah, if you don't poop in the shower to save water, you're a terrible human being.
That's kind of facts though, because like, come on, I don't want to be paying, and also, who wants to like hop out of the shower just to take a fat one, dude?
Yeah,
Like, come on.
Everybody knows the
that's a
technique. You
power
just waffle
move.
stomp it down the drain. Come on. Like, just,
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we have the God-given right to shit wherever we please. On the wall, on the ceiling, not even the floor. Don't even do the floor.
I feel like this is just
That's
high school
disgusting.
bathrooms as in
People
a
want
nutshell. I
it.
feel like this is
On
high
my
school bathrooms in a
neighbor's-
nutshell, just having the right to poop wherever they want.
They call me
I wasn't, man.
Coca-Cola.
They called me a madman.
Dude, at the school you go to, there's no rules to the bathroom. Like,
It's a
how
free
many
for all.
stall doors? How many
True.
stall doors?
Four.
Four bathroom stall doors have been stolen from your
Yeah,
school.
there's more gravel there than a Home Depot.
That's always been my dream, is to go to Home Depot and just take a massive doozy at one of the display toilets and just run with it, just constantly running.
No, you just take a bunch of the boards that they have laying around and you just build yourself a shack around one of the display toilets.
Fortnite Battle Royale in real life.
Dude, why go to Home Depot and have to build everything? We can go to IKEA and everything's already built for you.
Half of it.
That's fact.
You give them a pig and a blanket. Sorry, you take a turd and then you wrap it in one of the IKEA blankets.
That's actually the secret to their meatballs. Ooh.
I hate that. I hate
You
that.
remove the exit signs and you turn off all the lights and you just shit everywhere. Great confusion.
That's called the blind bomb.
I think that's how you violate the Geneva
I think
Convention.
it's called the bomb on battlefield.
By the Geneva Convention, just poop on an entire room.
I paint the walls brown.
You don't know
Oh,
what it
yeah.
means anyways.
But poop itself.
Doesn't say anything about that in the Geneva Convention, huh?
Yeah,
Go to
check
Home
your
Depot,
sources.
replace all the brown paint with
Yeah.
Check your sources.
If you go on
I will.
Wikipedia, you get -5 points.
I bet he's adjusting his
No, I
glasses right
downloaded
now.
all 4 onto my phone.
I bet he's adjusting his glasses right now, being like, according to my calculations, it is
Well,
not
I don't need
illegal to poop on a
glasses.
wall.
63.
Dude, why would you
Sounds like
need
you got it.
glasses?
I'm sorry,
Why would
glasses
you
don't
need
fix
glasses?
dyslexia.
Well, imagine needing DLC for your eyes. Anyone listening who has glasses, just get better eyes. Come on. Like, it's
Yeah.
not that hard.
I know a guy.
Using
I know a
glasses.
guy.
Using
Oh.
glasses is just RTX off, RTX on.
You just gotta put more stats into perception.
It's like
Come
the
on.
jump from the PS3 to the PS4.
Is there Viagra for your eyes?
Oh, goodness,
What is
man.
that?
Dude,
I'm
glasses just allow
What
you to
does that
see more
entail?
triangles.
Your eyes just
I'm
bulge out.
It's all about the triangles, guys.
I'm so confused. Just Gary the snail eyes. Just
Oh God, why? No. Stop. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That
Are you
was...
more Gary the Snail eyes or Mr. Krabs eyes?
Bro, Mr. Krabs' eyes
Mr.
are where
Krabs'
it's at,
eyes.
honestly.
It's all about surface
Because, like, with
area.
Mr. Krabs, here's the thing. With Mr. Krabs, the whole thing is eye. With Gary, it's just like, they're just like
Just
sitting
the
on
tip.
top of 2 little stalks. Yeah.
Long
It's
eye,
like a
bottom
popsicle
text.
versus a lollipop.
Yeah, that's kind of facts. Up, and there goes the awkward silence, guys. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a good job. Yeah, woo! First one of the
It was
day.
great.
I'm surprised we've
Destroyed
gone this
the
far.
5G tower next to my house.
Hey, it's not
5G
like my
people
favorite
be
person.
like, it's so powerful. Dies.
I'm not gonna lie, this 5G passes.
I can't wait for the person that has a consensual relationship with a 5G tower.
Like the
I mean,
woman
I've seen
who-
articles of people trying to have a relationship with an ATM machine. So a 5G tower
A
is not too
Wyoming
far out.
woman gets married to
Whoa.
Ghost Train.
Wow, people with relationships with ATM machines are gold diggers.
Exactly. Who won it? It's literally a money machine.
I mean, at
come
that point,
on.
like, ATMs just
There's
put
no-
men out of business.
No,
Might as well just give up
there.
now.
Yeah.
Damn.
She only loved me for my bank account, so she married the bank account.
So she married the bank.
Oh God.
Uh,
One of the banks has an endless supply of hose.
Okay,
yay.
alright, we need to stop the awkward silences because, you know,
Yeah.
There we go
Alright, should we
again.
transition on to the next game that violates it?
Geneva Convention.
Okay.
Alright, I'll go.
Animal
You
Crossing.
wanna go?
Oh,
Animal
Elias.
Crossing.
Elias, go.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, does it or does it not violate the Geneva Conference? I say it
Well, it depends
does
which one.
because you can ridicule the shit out of people so that way they leave your island. I think. I don't
This is
know.
true.
And then they'll
This is
have to
true.
starve to death on a boat traveling.
Here, on, let me check
Yeah.
real quick.
Technically, you can
I
also,
think-
there's also a way to, like, make everyone separate. So, Does segregation violate
And the
Geneva
government
Convention?
collectivizes turnips, and so
I
that's
think you
stealing
guys
food
have the
from
wrong
civilians.
perspective on this. It's literally the animals are enslaving you to do all the work.
Slavery violates the Geneva Convention.
Ooh.
There we go.
I think it
Bada bing,
violates
bada
more than
boom.
just the
I think-
Geneva
I think
Convention.
it violates
What do you
the
mean?
Constitution.
Slavery violates
Hey.
every convention.
I'm
I
pretty
know.
sure.
It's just bad.
Yeah, but not the Chuck E. Cheese contract, you know. Over
No, Chucky.
Charles Entertainment Cheese is
Charles
just a disgusting
Entertainment
rat.
Cheese-a-fur. Oh my gosh.
First,
Chuck E. Cheese is honestly the smartest thing I've ever seen. So you know how like during quarantine and stuff like that, restaurants are doing like takeout and stuff like that. So Chuck E. Cheese is pretty much going out of business. Except they're not. They're allowing people to take out their pizza. But no one wants to order Chuck E. Cheese pizza. So they disguise themselves as Pasquale's Pizza and Wings on delivery apps. So people would buy their pizza.
Holy shit.
So they changed their name to some character in their rap band, so people would buy their food.
When you want some
'Cause nobody
fire
wants Chuck E.
wings and
Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese shows up at your door.
It's just cardboard with ketchup and milk. That's
Bro,
literally what Chuck E.
I
Cheese
remember
pizza
the
tastes
last time
like.
I went to a Chuck E. Cheese.
Dude, nobody goes there unless they're like either they're young
It's
children
not
or they're
even
high.
pizza.
They're
It's a
high.
fermented Pop Tart.
what if they're
I
high?
remember all my
I'm not allowed within 5 feet of a Chuck E. Cheese.
Why 5
dude,
feet?
all my friends.
Like 5 feet
Hey, now it's
away.
been increased to 6 feet.
Oh, yeah, 6 feet, shoot.
The awkward moment when you
Yeah,
weren't
all
allowed
my
within 40
friends
feet of
always wanted
school.
to do.
Right
All
outside
my
the
friends
school
always wanted to
gym.
do stuff at bro.
What was I saying?
Incredible
But
John's.
the best pizza place is definitely Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
That's
Yeah.
facts. That's facts. That's
No.
facts.
Home of the most famous FNAF timeline that is yet to be
Yeah.
solved.
Don't bring up that
Maybe in a
timeline.
future
What do you mean,
podcast
Josh?
episode.
We solved it.
I'm sorry. Oh,
Maybe
you're
in
right.
a future Matt Pat video.
Maybe in a future podcast episode we'll solve the FNAF timeline again.
Yes, we have to, bro.
All right, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be really fun.
But does FNAF violate the Geneva Conventions?
Yes, it does.
I'm thinking.
I don't think so.
Because they maim children. And
Yeah,
That's
there we
never
go.
been confirmed. That's never been confirmed.
Yeah, it has
yeah.
No.
multiple times. A kid gets like his skull crushed.
That's an accident.
Yeah, but accident or not, it's still maiming. It's against the Geneva
That's a
Convention.
step in making the pizza.
What?
Today's lost, tomorrow's sauce.
Only shot that man in the face.
Guys,
Here's the thing, though.
I know-
Does it count as maiming and like inhumane if he just kind of went like this? Like it was quick.
It was quick. I think he was in a coma.
Yeah, Agent
Was it
Orange
quick?
was quite quick too.
Oh yeah, he
And
was in a
technically-
coma. Whoops, never
technically
mind.
he
That's not
didn't-
okay.
Technically, he didn't die either because
A quick coma.
Ah yes, my favorite type of coma.
You speed run the coma.
Freddy Fazbear
Coma.
coma.
Speed run. dude, what's the world record? Yeah.
I
All right.
don't know if I
Anyway.
can hear that.
Whoa, that was such a weird cut. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
Wait, there
we
was
just
a cut.
no one said anything weird.
I thought that Retro's editing was perfect and amazing and beautiful.
Says Retro.
Percent.
Yeah, it says
Your
me.
editing violates the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, it does video. Technically, you're cutting. You're cutting things. Oh no,
I think
You're
that would be-
maiming- You're
I think-
maiming the video.
I'm maiming the
I think
video.
that would be a good time to mention that this podcast is sponsored by Retro Subpar Editing.
Yeah, this podcast is sponsored by my subpar editing until Raid Shadow Legends finally gives me a call back.
so if you
Great, please.
cut anything, it violates the Geneva Convention.
Well, shoot, I guess I have to keep that in.
How?
We just see breaking news. All cooking violates Geneva Convention.
You killed that onion.
Shadow Legends makes red bugs.
Does Raid Shadow Legends violate the Geneva Convention?
Now that's a question. Hold on.
I'm the only one here that's actually played Raid Shadow Legends, so
It's coming to
played
it.
PC, so
No.
Sir, I have played it. It's a great game. Buy it now. Not
No.
sponsored.
No, don't say that until we're sponsored.
yeah, we're only required to say that if we're sponsored. So
yeah. Which means we can say it as much
Shadow
as
Legends,
Uh,
please,
I'm trying
please
to think
sponsor
of,
us,
like,
please.
would violate the Geneva Convention in Raid Shadow Legends?
Grand Theft Auto. Oh,
Grand Theft Auto,
That's
yeah,
not in.
obviously.
okay.
That game
Well,
violates
what are
several
games that you
Geneva
wouldn't think violate the Geneva?
Trevor waterboards someone with gas.
Oh, games you think you wouldn't be able to violate the Geneva Convention? Boy, have I got a few of those.
So let me just look up my roster.
Here we go. So y'all know the game Pac-Man, right?
Yeah.
No, never. heard
I'm
of
really
it.
curious. I'm really curious.
Shit, you're
about where this is
desecrating
going.
the dead. Yeah.
So you can violate Article 3 of the Geneva Convention in Pac-Man, because when the ghosts go blue, that means they're not attacking you. And the Geneva Convention calls for no violence against troops who have laid down their arms. So you can violate the Geneva Convention in Pac-Man. Boom.
This is
Well,
a beautiful
here's the problem:
episode.
the
I'm
ghosts
so proud
don't
of
have
this.
arms.
I think swallowing balls
Also,
might
ghosts
also be
don't
against the
exist. In fact, they're not human, so therefore, does it
Listen,
protect
man, they're still
against
soldiers.
ghosts?
How much is a ghost
Soldiers
worth
to
of a human?
what? Is there?
Dude,
Is
it
there like
doesn't say it doesn't say against humans who have laid down their arms. It says no violence against troops who have laid down their
That's
arms.
true.
But are they?
Bro,
That's
come
but,
on.
true.
but are they troops?
Discriminating against
They're
ghosts.
they're
Discriminating
freaking
against ghosts.
You don't know
You're
what they
just
were.
discriminating.
Discriminating.
You don't
is
know what they
do
were
on
Josh
this
is
podcast.
canceled. Hashtag retro is over party. Like, come on.
Alright,
So
guys.
y'all know the game Captain
We're gonna get this
Crunching
demonetized.
Adventures, right?
What?
Yes.
What?
The game?
Y'all
What?
know the game
Vivid.
Captain Crunch's Crunching Adventure, right?
We even consider
No.
that to be a game.
Is this like from a
a
cereal box
lifestyle.
or something?
Doesn't know that.
So
game.
yeah, it was a game. It was a game that was like included in I think a few of the cereal boxes, and it's a game where you raise your own crunchling, which is like a little
I
monkey
love
thing.
that. I love that game. It's so good.
Yeah. So Article 20 of the Third Geneva Convention says that prisoners must have sufficient food, water, and necessary clothing and medical attention.
Don't they have
which
an
you
infinite
can
supply of
revoke-
Captain Crunch?
You can revoke all of those in that game. So
Neat.
What about Wii Sports Resort sword fighting?
Yeah. What about
Oh,
sword
Think about
fighting.
it,
what's that other?
You are fighting people and sending them off of a platform into an ocean where they are most likely going to die from the fall, or
Oh,
they're
we
going to
legalized sword
be
fighting.
injured and then die.
Legalized ranch.
Okay, Eric.
Is ranch
Um,
illegal?
Eric.
No, we need to,
Not
we
anymore.
need to legalize it. Legalize
Well,
ranch,
well,
everyone.
It's not illegal.
Hashtag legalize ranch.
Hashtag, guys, spread the word. Hashtag legalize ranch. We'll put it on
We're
We're
Twitter.
stealing
We'll put
this
it on
joke,
Twitter.
by the way.
No. I
We're
want to see it
stealing
trending.
this joke from Eric Andre, by the way.
I want this to be trending.
Eric Andre.
Is it from Eric?
Not
Andre?
to speak ill of the dead.
I don't know.
Yeah, Eric Andre was the guy. Eric Andre was the ranch guy.
Right.
Yeah,
I love Eric Andre so much.
he's kind of a
For
Chad.
We probably shouldn't talk about copyrighted material.
That's true.
It's true.
It's not like we're making money on this
Not
garbage.
longer than 10 seconds.
We could.
Demonetized.
If we hit 1,000
Not right
subscribers
now.
by the end of the year, we already got a sponsor. So
Bro, we're not making money right now though, so we're chilling.
yeah, we are
Yeah.
chilling. But
How
if
many,
you want to,
how many subs do we have right now?
I think
Like 4.
like 37, something like that. Well, by the way,
Also,
thank you
one
so
of
much for your support on this podcast. The last episode
Yeah.
went way beyond our
Yeah.
expectations. I was expecting 40, 50 views. We got over 200.
237.
So thank you for spreading the word. Keep spreading the
Gotta-
word. Just show it to your uncles, your aunts, people you love, people you hate, people you're neutral with. Find someone on the street and be like, hey, you, watch this podcast. Just anything that helps
Just-
us grow, because we really want to make this a really cool thing, and it could be. But
Scream the word Cormgang for no reason.
We need to put
Yeah.
this
Also,
on
did you know that not subscribing also violates the Geneva
yeah,
Convention?
agreed.
So-
Not subscribing violates the Geneva Convention. So,
Because, like,
please-
if you don't subscribe, we're practically, like, prisoners at
Yeah.
this point to this
Yeah.
podcast. So if you don't subscribe, you're not providing us with the necessary things we need.
yeah, agreed. And if you don't subscribe, I'm cutting off Dylan's food supply.
Dude, again, come
Wait,
on.
Dylan's getting food?
Oh shoot,
I didn't
I
know you
forgot.
could
Why can't I get this luxury?
Damn it.
Oh my gosh.
Are we allowed to tell people from other countries?
Other countries to what?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, about the podcast? Yeah, dude.
Yeah, any country is a good country.
You know that Indian dude who does like all the programming videos on YouTube? Yeah, just comment on that video.
Oh, I love Gandhi.
Just see a million comments that just says
Whoa.
sub to Cormgang on a video on linear algebra. Just like, what? Explain yourselves.
You just see you see 1,000 comments of like subscribe to Cormgang on those like two guys that build like the pools. Made
Oh
up
yeah,
Oh yeah.
at like 2 a.m.
that's why they're clearing out all the forest and the Amazon and stuff to build more pools. Space War.
To build more sea.
Deforestation was caused by these two guys so they could build a big house.
Need to build more pools.
Can we say that?
I don't know.
It's fine.
I don't know why not.
We should put this on Spotify and like.
I tried
Everyone
putting it on
else.
Spotify, but there's some rules right now that I can't quite meet the criteria for. So, unfortunately, it's gonna stay on YouTube. But if we keep growing
Alright.
enough, we keep making. If we make money on it, I can afford some of the equipment that we might need for a Spotify podcast.
Neat.
So,
Yeah.
Neato burrito.
Epic.
but yeah, back to Geneva Convention because I'm tired of self-promoting.
Not to speak ill
Oh.
of the dead, but does Club Penguin violate?
No.
I'm gonna say no.
If you don't feed your puffle,
Depends on how much. Depends on how much those snowballs can damage.
that's
Do you think-
true.
do
That's
you think
true.
the snowballs can go? No. The minecart game. Think about it. If you miss, you hit a rock and die. That's a pretty brutal way to
That's
go.
of your own volition, though.
That's
The
basically-
Geneva Convention. The Geneva Convention does not cover your own stupidity while driving. Like,
Okay, so
Yes, that's true.
how? Okay, I'm trying to think of a way to clip.
Okay, what about the very first video game, Pong? Is
Pong?
violate
I don't know.
Geneva?
The left paddle is pretty
No.
creepy. That's all I'm saying.
dude, the left paddle called me some slurs one time. Like,
Okay.
it has to.
I don't think racism is in the.
I don't know. Have you read the zeros and ones it puts out?
Yeah, I mean zeros and ones.
It's
I
pretty
mean some
vile.
are ones, some are zero. The ones that are zero probably died horrific deaths.
The
There's no
zeros and
twos.
ones are each other.
Okay,
the
Elias.
Oh, goodness me.
Hey.
It's like one of the cornerstones of the.
Keep it PG-13.
Yeah, keep it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find more games, by the way.
Okay, so Pog, we so
Let me
we
ju- let me
accused the
search
left
game.
paddle of misogyny.
Rainbow Six Siege solely because of Caveira.
I was gonna say, there's chemical weapons.
That's
Oh yeah.
true.
Yeah,
it's totally
that
because of
violates the
Caveira.
Geneva
Also,
Convention.
smoke.
I think.
Fire bad.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah, I feel like
do
Rainbow
you know
Six.
the
you
game
can kill a
Untitled
hostage.
Goose Game, right?
You can
Untitled
kill
Goose Game, yeah.
Clash
You
doesn't.
know Untitled Goose
Geneva
Game?
Convention. She's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
no
Hold up.
to me.
So Untitled Goose Game, in that game you can like mess with people, like take their glasses, stuff like that. Well, the Article 3 of the 4th Geneva Convention states that citizens must be treated humanely. So if you just kind of like, go around and take everyone's glasses, then that's kind of a bro moment.
So
Yeah.
you feel
No,
like
that
that-
one wasn't as funny, I see.
There's more than 4 video games, guys. Come on.
okay.
No, I think there's
No, there's only 4. There's only 4 video
6,
games.
right?
Oh no. Okay.
Everybody knows that video games.
You
are
guys like
addictive.
Fortnite,
Okay.
right?
What about Super
No.
Smash Bros?
Obviously, I
Super
think
Smash?
throwing people off
Smash?
cliffs is inhumane.
I think throwing a
Wait a second.
13-year-old
Wait a
off
second.
into the void is probably a violation somewhere.
I don't know, but it's not maiming.
Yes, yes, you can. You can. You know how Wario? You know how you can like absolutely destroy people with Wario by farting?
Yeah, that's a chemical weapon.
Chemical
That's a
weapon.
chemical
That's
weapon.
that's a chemical. That's a chemical gas.
Damn it.
So you can violate the Geneva Convention by playing Wario in Super Smash. We did it, boys.
I'm so concerned about that, but okay.
Yeah. Not to
Man.
mention the Pokemon.
There we go.
trainers.
So therefore, you can violate the Geneva Convention in Super Smash Bros. I got it. The ultimate
So
game.
guys,
Super Mario Brothers 2.
Oh, the one no one talks about here.
Exactly.
Is it so
Exactly.
hey guys, can I let you in? Can I let you in on a little secret on how I'm getting all this information so fast?
No.
You're on Omegle?
No, so there's this Twitter account
Don't tell me.
called "Can You Violate the Geneva Convention?" and it's an entire Twitter account dedicated to video games that violate the Geneva Convention, and I've just been
Wow.
working on that this whole time. At Violate Geneva, thank you for fueling this episode.
Yeah, thank you for your
thanks,
support.
Thanks for doing our, thanks for
You
doing
have
the
officially
job
earned
for
the
us.
trust of the Cormgang team. So
Thank you.
maybe you want to
We should
sponsor
put 'em in the
us.
description, huh?
Maybe you want to sponsor
He's
us.
going to sponsor us. I don't think a
Sponsor.
single person can sponsor us.
I don't know. It's
Imagine wanting to sponsor this.
I know. You're literally
Imagine
talking-
wanting to be affiliated with this.
Ouch, that hurts.
Well,
A
you're
lot.
hurt here.
More games.
More games.
I'm
Well,
looking, bro.
you said that shotguns aren't allowed in Warfare, so therefore
Oh yeah.
the Doom games violate the Geneva Convention in several ways.
Well, they're
That's
Not
not
only are you
humans,
maiming,
though.
but you're also
They're
I don't think-
slicing and dicing.
I don't think the Geneva Convention I don't think the Geneva Convention extends to, the actual pit of hell.
Does it
So
extend to Mars?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say, so therefore it's up
it
up in
doesn't,
the air.
I guess. It's up in the air. Speaking of up in the air, y'all like Fortnite, right?
We like Fortnite. We like
Yo,
Fortnite.
they
Fortnite.
had
Like
stink
Fortnite.
grenades. They had stink grenades.
So in Fortnite, you know how you do the whole gliding
Yeah,
thing or
shotguns.
whatever? So Article 42 of Additional Protocols 1 says that no person parachuting from an aircraft shall be made the object of an attack. So if you snipe someone out in the air,
But the battle bus
Well,
isn't an
they're-
aircraft.
Mhm.
It's
It's a
technically
bus.
land
It's a
craft.
bus. You
It's a bus.
stupid
The
boy.
bus.
Haha, take the
Yeah.
L.
well, it's a thing that's flying through the air. That's an aircraft, dude.
It's a
Anything can fly through the air, but it's not an aircraft.
Dude.
it's a
Yo,
bus.
the house
Is a
from
bird
up
an
Literally
aircraft?
just
an aircraft?
Is a bird an
It's
aircraft?
literally just a hot air balloon with a bus. It's a hot air balloon plus, dude.
Oh,
But
would
it's
you?
not called. It's not called the hot air balloon battle. It's called the battle bus. See, the battle
Yo,
bus.
Yeah,
the
but
battle balloon is battle bus.
The bus
Ding
is
dong, your
the
logic is
bus
wrong.
the bus is lifted up by the means of a hot air balloon. That makes it an aircraft. The bus's specific design is to fly. That makes it an aircraft.
But what
Is
about
it
the
though?
house?
I've seen it on the ground before.
The house from up is a house in the air. You don't
That's
call
true.
it aircraft.
call it an
you call
aircraft.
that
It's
a
an
house.
aircraft.
Alright, so this
Did
is
he give up?
actually the last
he
episode
give
of the podcast I'm featuring on.
Wow.
Unfortunately, you're
Yeah.
contractually obligated for future episodes, but
Ooh.
I ain't signed nothing, dude. Shut up.
I'm kidding.
He's gonna take away your food, man.
Not again, please.
Just remember that it's at my door. And if you know what it is, you've probably seen the first episode.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm not gonna refer to it this time because
Let's see here. What else
But
do we got?
let's break away into a new territory. What about board games? Not so much video games, but board
Board
games.
games.
That's
Board
good.
games
That's
violate
good.
the
I would
Geneva
say
Convention.
I would say sorry or AKA Canada the board game, but also
That's true.
I don't know.
I think Ticket to Ride violates the Geneva Convention.
How? In what way?
Explain yourself.
Well, you see, Ticket to Ride is all about collecting property, right? And it's controlling property. Well, the thing is, people need to be able to transport themselves across, but then you can block people from doing that. And say there's a plague in some country, and you need to get them out of the country, but no, this one guy bought up a railroad, and he's not allowing anybody in.
But then
So that
does
he's denying
Monopoly
basic
violate
life
the
supplies.
but does Monopoly violate the Geneva Convention then?
I mean, dude, in Monopoly, I don't think I've ever received food while in jail.
True. True. Also,
Yeah.
that's an unrealistic interpretation of jail. There's no such thing as a get out of jail free card.
Also,
Bad.
you can be arrested without being told your rights.
Josh, Josh, there is a jail get out of jail free card as long as you know the right people.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah,
it's called
dude,
being
it's
famous.
called a bunch. It's called a Benjamin, dude. Like,
Fair enough.
One
Money.
Benjamin.
All you gotta do-
One Benjamin
Yeah,
will get
just
you out of
one.
jail for free.
Just a
Dude,
singular
one
Benjamin. Yeah.
One Benjamin and a shank will get you out of prison.
Yeah, if
Chess.
you get shanked in the prison showers, it's a good way to get out.
Okay.
Probably a
Okay.
good way to get out of life.
Or you pull a 6'9" and say you have asthma.
Oh my gosh.
When you trade 2 asthma hailers for 3 shanks.
I want to figure this out. Does Candyland violate the Geneva Convention?
Ooh.
As far as I know, they don't feed us the candy.
No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't the whole place made of candy though? You could just kind of like take some if you wanted.
You could eat another
Is it-
person. I think cannibalism violates the Geneva Convention.
Is it chemical warfare if you're giving them diabetes?
Wait, hold on. Isn't there that one character in Candyland who just like absolutely smells?
Okay, let's look up the Candyland, the
Characters.
board. Or Candyland characters.
Oh, I
Cause,
got
like-
it. I got it. I got it. There's a section of the game where you land on a space where you can't leave until you draw a card of the same color.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Technically,
Yeah,
if you keep them there, like
That sounds
without
like
supplies.
inhumane. That sounds like inhumane prison conditions. If you
Yeah, you gotta watch
Exactly.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go. Candyland violates the Geneva Convention. Question your
Oh,
board
you did it,
games,
boys.
kids.
There's a Candyland character named Grandma Nut.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
What if you're allergic to nuts? That's terrible. That could kill you.
No, that's a chemical weapon.
Yeah.
Peanuts are chemical weapons confirmed.
Yeah.
Technically, everything is chemical to some extent.
That's true. Until
I
it
mean, I
gets
guess.
physical.
So that means pistols are chemical weapons?
If you really think about
I mean,
it.
if you die of the lead poisoning rather than bleeding out, then I guess.
Yes, I could
There we
violate the
go. So
Geneva
then, therefore,
Convention.
any game with guns violates the Geneva Convention. Therefore, the
Yeah.
game Grass Simulator violates the Geneva Convention.
Grass
What?
simulator.
Yes, it's a real game that exists, and it's amazing. It's also $10 on Steam.
What about
You would
Cookie? What
simulate
about like
that.
Make It Rain or Cookie Clicker? Would those violate the
I
Geneva
think
Convention?
I think that doesn't violate the Geneva Convention. It violates the Sherman Antitrust Act because you're building a monopoly.
Oh, that's true.
So
Guys, does Monopoly violate that act?
yes,
Wait,
Yes.
the Sherman Antitrust
not.
Act?
Hmm?
I thought the Sherman Antitrust Act only applied to monopolies that are spread out over multiple states.
Ooh.
A monopoly can exist within a state, but
well,
it
yeah,
goes
but
past multiple state borders.
Cookie Clicker, you make cookies in multiple galaxies, so
Okay.
therefore it applies. I win.
No,
That's fact.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That's true. I was about to
Damn.
say, maybe if you just waddled between state borders, it could technically be considered against the.
There we go.
Sherman
There we go.
Antitrust Act.
So, see, guys, this podcast is educational too. It's not just stupid fun and spontaneousness.
Yeah.
You might as well get a good
Okay, so-
education because it's certainly better than online school.
So, more games that violate the Geneva Convention. You know Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, right?
Of course.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Familiar.
I was gonna say like
Hey,
I know you're talking about that one level.
Talking about the fire shotguns, man.
No, just that whole game, dude. That whole game is a Geneva Convention violation.
Yeah, but it's
in the
supposed
new
to be.
Modern Warfare, you literally get gas. Like you're I forget
Yeah.
who you're fighting, but like there's a truck just full of this like gas stuff, and someone shoots it, it just explodes, and you get gas, and you.
Well, you can
I
get
think
shot
it's safe
with
to
gas
say-
in Smash Bros.
I
Like,
think
that's
it's
not
safe to
special.
say any video game that's set before like the Geneva Convention was made probably violates the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, like Battlefield 1 comes before the
Yeah.
Geneva Convention. So
Mhm.
Rising
Well,
Storm,
and when does
Vietnam.
Battlefield 1 take place?
World War 1
World War
World
One.
War One.
before the
World
Geneva
War- oh,
Convention.
okay, yeah, no, that's fine then.
Yeah. Those damn horses. You know. was
Because
definitely
the Geneva Convention that I'm reading off of is the Geneva Convention of 12th of August, 1949. So
Yeah. That's the one. That's the one.
yeah, that's the one.
yeah.
Okay, hear me out, guys. Solitaire,
Mhm.
because of its boring, the immense amount of boredom, violates the Geneva Convention.
How does that
I
violate the
like
Geneva Convention?
Solitaire. What do you mean?
It's the
Solitaire is
game
not
for
fun.
loathy people.
Yeah.
I enjoy Solitaire.
Dylan, do we need to talk about
You
this?
would.
Well, I'm not
Solitaire is a
lonely. I'm on a
mind-washing game.
podcast.
Yeah, that's what I said, but my parents don't think the same way. Just kidding. Don't worry.
Josh, do I need to have a talk with Mrs. Retro?
Mrs. Retro, you sound like I'm married. I'll give you a hint. I'm not.
Is Papa's Pizzeria against
Wait.
the Geneva Convention?
That guy's mustache is too big. That should be a
Or the
violation.
fact that you can feed people pure mayonnaise.
That's
Technically, yeah, you
Burgeria.
can
That's
see that.
Burgeria.
So
Oh, yeah,
technically,
burger,
yes.
yeah.
You can count it as unfair, as bad living conditions almost. If you really
Yeah, you're
think
trying
about
to-
it.
Here's the
Really
thing,
think
though.
about
Here's the thing, though. That the Burgeria is a business, and the business can choose to make poor decisions, but that's not like the business will not be punished under the Geneva Convention for business decisions.
I
it
like how we
makes.
didn't even question Nolan's statement about Solitaire, but we're questioning Papa's Burgeria.
Thank
Yeah.
Solitaire is quite simple, actually.
Oh my gosh.
It's a mind-washing thing. Brainwashing.
Brainwashing
Wait,
my
Speak up. Spell it. Solitaire brainwashing.
I also feel like having one employee doing everything also violates some. It doesn't violate
Oh
the
yeah,
Geneva
that was
Convention,
some worker
but
rights.
it violates worker
Well,
rights.
aren't you self-employed in those games?
No.
No.
That's true. I think
Papa's owns
No.
everything. Papa's has a monopoly on every food ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Papa's has too
that's
much
fact.
monopoly of food, so therefore it violates the Sherman Antitrust
Oh
Act.
shit.
I win.
It's Papa John.
Yeah, but this episode isn't about that, dude. It's about the Geneva Convention. Keep up.
The day of reckoning has come.
I'm gonna go eliminate Ohio. I'll be right back.
I've eaten 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
Does
I've
Papa
eaten
John violate the
30.
Geneva Convention?
That was Papa John.
Dude, did you hear that
Papa-
Papa John had...
Papa John's murdered all of the owners of other pizza chains.
I know.
John's
He probably killed Joe Domino.
Papa John is a
Dude.
god. The
Maybe
Did
Geneva,
you
Pizza
hear
Hut.
that Papa
Geneva
John...
Convention does not apply to him.
Did you hear that Papa John didn't even eat 40 pizzas in 30 days, but he
I know,
still
how
managed
could
to... He still managed to look, like, greased out and, like, disgusting in that
I know.
interview.
I bet
It's like,
that if
how?
you I bet that if you touched it, you get like a waterfall of grease.
Dude, if you... Bro,
You could
if
probably fill a
you
whole
took
Papa John's
him-
pizza with Papa John's grease.
Dude, if you took him, you could turn him into an oil lamp. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, he reminds me of the
With whale blubber.
guy from SpongeBob. Like him and Papa John are the two grease boys.
Cat
Wait,
effects.
Two?
The guy, like, he keeps telling SpongeBob that there's no pickles on the burger.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
dude.
Bubble Bass? Dude, Bubble Bass has
Yeah,
got a
Bubble Bass.
dumpy. Bubble Bass has a dumpy, not gonna lie.
Dude, Bubble Bath's kind of bad though.
Bro, kind of jealous of Plankton in that one episode.
He's kind of thick.
Does that violate the Geneva Convention? Bubble Bass.
No, because
technically,
it's
no.
a
It's
citizen.
technically it's maiming. So therefore, Bubble Bass is
But
violating the Geneva
Bubble
Convention.
Bass isn't a soldier. He's a citizen, so it wouldn't count.
But you don't know about
Freaking got
that.
him.
He could be a World War II veteran, and we just don't know.
Yeah.
Dude,
But he would
Mr. Krabs
be out of
violated-
commission at this point. He wouldn't be serving anymore, so he would be exempt from the rules.
Dang
Doesn't
it.
that
What?
apply to most of these?
Why you gotta be so
Mr.
specific?
Because I did my research and you didn't.
Okay, shit.
Valid point. Valid point.
Mr. Krabs violates the Geneva Convention.
Is it research or is it
blown up in the
plagiarism?
jump bucket.
It's not plagiarism, dude. I checked to make sure all the thing. It would be fact checking more than anything because I was going onto that Twitter account. I was looking at the thing. And I would go back
No,
and I
it's
would.
fine. It's fine.
I
Dude,
would go back
Turnitin.com
into the.
will definitely detect some plagiarism right there.
Hold up, my English
Whoa.
teacher senses are tingling right now. Wee you, wee you,
No,
wee
it's
you,
not
wee you,
plagiarism
wee
because
you.
I cited my sources. I cited my sources.
You know what? He's right. He did cite his sources.
He only cited it once though. He didn't
Because I
cite
only
it.
used one source.
Oh, that's not MLA format.
Your mom's not MLA format.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
Wow,
feels
you
bad.
have to cite that source.
Dang.
Yeah, Josh, come on.
Come on, cite him.
Cite
You're
what
gonna
source?
say that. Cite Dylan.
Okay. From Dylan, quote, your mom is not an MLA format, end quote. There.
Thank
Indented.
you.
Roman. Font size 12.
Oh my gosh, we've been going for a long time. It's almost time to
Times New Roman.
It's almost time to end.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Alright.
We
I
won't
don't know if I
barely
should like
violated
thank
the
people
Geneva
for
Convention.
watching.
Yeah, well before we go, just make sure to share this video with your friends because it's pretty good. I think. Just
Share it with your boss.
yeah, share it with your boss. Show it to your dog. I don't know. Just
Share it to your annoying nephew who spams Xbox chats.
yeah.
Share with
Time
people
you-
from Wyoming.
Just tonight when you go to
Why
bed,
would you
just
share
like
with no one,
open
Ryan?
up the tab, open up this podcast in a tab, set it to loop, and then just have the podcast go on a loop to generate views while
Yeah.
you're asleep.
We need 4,000 watch hours. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, I think that's
How
going
many
to
do
do
we
it
have
for
right
today.
now?
So join us next time
Not enough.
as we try to explain Star Wars to somebody who's never seen Star Wars. So thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you for your support on the last episode too. It was really fun, and I am so excited to keep doing this podcast more often. So I will see you guys all later. Bye bye.